This the moment y'all been waiting on patiently. It's time for y'all to bow out gracefully. It's all about the cake for me. So what I'm trying to tell y'all, basically I'm not a fucking game boy, don't play with me. Pick the topic, we can cover everything from A to Z. I know my flow is fire, not concerned where they ranking me.
Well, welcome back. We are back again.
Yes,
the
sir.
Peace of Mind podcast.
2023 edition.
In the 2020 fucking 3, you heard?
Let's get it.
We done been through the trials and errors, the ups, the downs of 2022. Now we in 2023, making some big grown man decisions, and we're here. First off,
Before we start, I just want y'all to know he ain't reading shit over there, but that's a prop.
Nah, let me tell you something.
We getting wicked.
Let me tell you something. I'm getting mind food right here, y'all. I'm getting mind food. Fuck you
Hey,
talking
no
about.
cap, he got annotations in that bit. He got shit highlighted and underlined.
right?
Yeah, I'm learning about language. We ain't gonna talk about it though. We ain't gonna talk about it
It's another day, you know what I mean?
another day.
Who we got here though, bro? Who we got here,
Man,
bro?
you know, my guy, known him for about going on like good 11 to 12 years. You know what I mean? Like back in 2012 and 2013. My guy, Barzo.
What's good, baby?
What's good, my boy?
Peace, God.
Peace.
Brendan,
How you?
Brendan, what's your
We ain't
full
gonna
name,
do all
dog?
that. So look, y'all, we're gonna get this out of the way early. I go by Bars, but you know, if you want to Google me, Brandon Bars Butler, Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube, wherever you get your fix in for your daily listen, you can find me.
And before we get started
you know.
too, I want to shout out my nigga Eric for your YouTube page. I said I would shout you out. Another black-owned business. Support you, King. Keep doing what you're doing.
Hey,
in the
what's up,
Bronx
bro?
and whatnot. You really in the field, the trenches, and I respect that because a lot of people be fucking capping out here, but nah, like you really in the field. So respect.
And I'm gonna make a shout out to cool. You can feel this. The 108 subscribers we got. We
Yes, sir.
appreciate
Yes, sir.
everything y'all done. I've done a lot of marketing myself, as well as the kings I share this podcast with. Thank y'all for your support and keep tuning in because all we talk is that God talk. Peace, guys.
Yes, sir. Thank y'all so much, man. Y'all tapping into some real niggas here. And I'm pretty sure you already know that if y'all done watched our shit, but it's only up from this year. We got this whole year planned out, bro. Content all
yes,
2023. Special guest appearances, everything that y'all would need.
Our very
big
first
moves.
one too.
Hey, I feel special, you know. You know what I mean? Like,
So we got big Brandon Bars Butler in the house.
you know.
You know what I'm saying?
Sometimes.
Tell us a little bit about where you from, bro.
Me?
Homegrown or what's up?
I'm homegrown talent. I mean, not from the R, but I mean, let's put it to you like this. I'm from Duplin County. You know anything about fine wine, you know, Duplin County's where it's at.
Shout out Duke.
Okay.
I moved here, like I say, right after September 11th on some crazy shit. So like that's
Wow.
that's how I never forget when I
Hey,
came to Raleigh. Like it was right after September 11th. I've been here ever since. So like you know, Duplin bred, Raleigh made type of guy. That's just me. How I got into music, like, cause that's always everybody's question. But how I got like,
How long you been rapping first?
since I was 10, bro.
Okay.
Damn.
So that's how many years you got?
I'll be
like,
30 in
going on
August,
the
so
rest?
we pushing.
I ain't want to put your age.
That's crazy, bro. I want you a high age to begin with.
Cool, but you know what? Like, you gotta be realistic. Like, I understand. Like, I had some detours and shit, but we'll get into that later. But like, 2 Chainz didn't really become 2 Chainz till he was like 40
That's
something.
right.
Now he's an
Motherfuckers
artist.
trying to become so
Eminem.
great at such an early age, but like
You gotta
just
know
said,
yourself.
Titty boy, 40. I don't know what age you said, but 40 years
like
old. That's
40,
when he
he
became
became-
great. You know, you just gotta trust him within your personal process, and I feel like that's exactly the frequency you operating on, man. For real.
And you can't forget about Eminem because Eminem didn't get his start until like he was like 30. You know what I mean? So Marshall Mathers, you said fuck that.
This nigga hates white rappers, bro. This nigga hates white rappers, bro.
Oh,
Jack Harlow year was crazy last year. I don't care. It was crazy.
I've been throw up the sex and the. Come on, man, stop it.
Bro, my
I can put you
my
in-
whole thing is it be industry plants, bro. Like y'all don't see this?
I mean, I feel you, but I feel like you can't deny the
And I'm
talent
not
that Jack
saying-
Harlow has. Like, he makes quality hip hop music. He really does.
What's his top hit? I mean, if you would impress me with some Jack Harlow shit, what's it gonna be?
I
I
can
wanna
throw you
hear
that
that
Churchill Downs, but I also can throw you an Adam Levine track that he had.
See,
He had a song with Justin
I hear
Timberlake.
that.
He got a song with Lil Wayne.
I ain't even doing
Honestly,
the
his
album.
whole first album was straight fire.
I got
would
something
point
for
you to
you.
the first album before I point you to anything.
Go listen to Drip Drop, Saha and Jack Harlow. If you want,
Bro,
really, I'm gonna go back before albums, before mainstream Jack when he was just a little skinny dude with the white beat and the New Balance, like you know what I'm saying, sponsor. Go listen to Drip Drop, him and Saha. Like that's really what made me fuck with Jack and the song Sundown.
Bro, I've heard the album that he had, Church. What was it?
Church of
Honey,
Downs.
no, what's the name of the album?
Come Home, the Kids Miss.
Honey, Come Home with the Kids. Yeah, I've heard that one. Didn't finish it, bro. I wasn't too impressed. My thing is just, bro, like, okay, so when you go toe to toe with a legend on the track, you gotta talk your shit. We were just having this conversation earlier. Okay, God did, right? You said Wayne spit his 16 and was out hot and was good, right? They gave Jay-Z 7 minutes, dog. So of course he gonna have some shit that's like some notable takeaway shit, or like you say, a moment for the culture. But if you can get in there at 16 and go toe for toe with a giant like Jay-Z, you doing your thing.
Okay,
Jack Harlow got watched on that track.
Let me. Jack Harlow?
Yes.
You said, are you talking about God
I'm talking
did?
about Churchill Downs. I was talking about God did, but I'm saying I'm comparing.
Okay, so one, I'm gonna tell you this. I feel like that's an unfair comparison because Lil Wayne is just as much as a giant as Jay-Z. And plus, Lil Wayne and Rick Ross, to me, gave him the space to do that, and Khaled gave him the space to do that. 3 legends in our hip hop industry because they know what type of shit Jay-Z comes with. Jay-Z came from the corner boy to the corner boy with the corner office. That's all he was talking this shit about. So that's another conversation we can get into. But in terms of holding it bar for bar with a legend, he held this shit with Drake. I ain't gonna say Drake ain't wash him, but I'm just saying that he did his shit.
Drake said, what was that line, bro? He was like, I spit at you niggas. And then he did the slap song. What was the bar, bro?
This nigga sound.
Y'all remember that?
Crazy. Yeah, I know.
What was the bar though? That was cool.
He was like, I spit in your niggas' faces.
And then he
whips
said,
and diamonds like a diamond matrix.
Bro, that was hard. After I heard that, I was like, all right, I'm never listening to Jack Harlow verse again. Yeah. But anyways, bro, I mean, y'all, to each his own. Well, we're going to get into that today. So this episode, we had a little turbulent beginning here, y'all, but this is the 2022 Album of the Year recap episode. So we definitely going to get into some of the favorite projects, artists that shined last year, singles that shined last year. We're going to talk about all that, but before that, we want to interview my man's Brandon right here. So Brandon, you said that you've been rapping for about how long, bro?
He's gonna be like close to 20 years.
20 years.
Give or take 2.
Bro, that's some big BSF Benny the Butcher type shit.
Nah, I mean, like I said earlier, I had some detours along the way. Like, really, I don't mind sharing my story because I feel like this is some shit people need to hear. Cause I was like met a lot of dudes. Like I done been to prison, like, you know what I'm saying? So that shit kind of derailed me, but
yeah. Did you find that like yourself writing a lot in prison or that?
No, I was writing a lot. Honestly, before I went to prison, I was always writing. But when I went to prison, I was writing. But let me put it to you like this: when you are still surrounded by the same bullshit, your mind never really tends to really focus on what you need to. Like in prison, bro, I'm gonna keep it real. Everything I can do out here, I can do in prison except be free. But I'm not glorifying prison in no way. I just want people to understand that. But I'm just trying to put it in perspective, like how hard it is to keep your mind stable. Like, I be proud of so many people because I know so many people who really be fighting the demons that they go through, and not even that. Like, this gang culture is really real. Like, you got to understand the pressures that, I know 18-year-olds gonna throw their life away because your big homie said so. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, like, I don't gangbang, by the way, people. That shit is stupid. But, you know what I'm saying? But, like, it's just, like, I ain't never find myself till I really, like, I went to the hole over some stupid shit. You know, it's cool.
So how would you say that prison affected you as a man today?
As a man, like, I seen niggas get stabbed over a card game. Like, same card game I might play with Spades, matter of fact. Like, we might play a game of Spades.
Oh, Spades get intense, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, that should be.
But you ain't seen nobody lose no life on a Spades game, have you?
Some cookouts be looking treacherous than a motherfucker.
They look treacherous, but have you seen a man, like, for real? I seen a man bleed out over a Spades game, you know what I mean? Like,
that's some real shit.
I done seen niggas throw baby oil they put in the microwave for like 5 minutes on somebody's face. Like, I done seen some crazy. This is a youth spread, mind you. This is 25 and under. Ain't no wild grown men in here doing life. Well, some of these niggas have life, but like, we are 25 and under. You dig what I'm saying? Like, it's young men. So like, as a man, like, bro, I got kids now. Like, back then I ain't have no kids. So like, I was still reckless, but at the same token, like, you guys real. When I came home, I was a completely different person. Cause one, I never see my mama hurt like that again. Never in my life will I see my mama like hurt like that again. Number two, I really just gave these people my time when I know I could have been doing something so much better with my life. So I refuse to never, you know what I'm saying? I always refuse to just let my mind be idle. And like, to this day, I got a duffel bag where I wrote at least 400 pages worth of music. while I was in prison.
Damn.
So
that's that focus, bro.
Like
on some man shit, dog. On some king shit, bro. Like as I'm getting older, so Rel just turned 25. My birthday is next month, y'all. February 18th, Aquarius gang out here. But as I'm getting older, I realize that as a man, one of your most, if not your most valuable resources or assets is your time. So for you, I know you got a little bit of age on me. Right. For you saying that makes sense. I get it, because ain't nothing I hate more than just not being able to what I want to do, because I got to sit down, whether that's me sitting at work for 9 hours and I really don't want to be here. My mind is on other shit. I can't imagine being locked in a cell for how long did you do, bro?
I mean, they're like 12 months, but
yeah, that's a year off, bro.
But like I was in the hole for like 2 to 3. But let's look at it like this: you in a cell with 64 other people, right? So you see how quiet it is like this? You'll probably only get that at 3 o'clock at night. So throughout the day, yo, it's like you go to work. Some people get to work in the kitchen, depending on, you got your GED diploma, now it's 40, 70 cents, $1. Like, this is the shit that really put your mind, I'm gonna like give you like, this is what put my life in perspective. I was like, I ain't gonna lie, before I went to prison, I was doing a lot of stupid shit. Then I went to prison. Now you getting paid 70 cents to go pave roads in 100-degree weather. You get paid 40 cents, 70 cents, $1 to cook in the kitchen, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can't do this no more, like, number one, I'm out here slaving for 70 cents a day when I know the state probably cooking off of this. You know what I'm saying? It's 10 of us out here.
Free slavery, bro. 13th
You're in indentured service. Technically, by law, once you're incarcerated, you're in indentured service.
Yes,
if you don't do your reading, you don't know. But like,
and that's in the Constitution, no cap.
So, but nah, like, in perspective of like we was talking about time, like, I devoted my time to never put myself in a position, regardless prison, whatever it may be, where like my time is idle and it's wasted. Like, I'm at the crib, right? If I'm playing 2K, I'm not playing 2K to 2K. I'm streaming. Why? Because I'm trying to create revenue off of it. You know what I'm saying? I don't do nothing without a purpose. You know what I mean? So,
so with you being independent, nothing that you do is wasted.
Yeah, like,
because correct me if I'm wrong, the time that you spent in there, you can metaphorically look at that as a waste of your time.
I wasted a year. No, I wasted a year. Like, I'm gonna put it to you like this. That was really, at the time I got locked up, I was looking at like a little indie deal in Atlanta for like 300 bands. I was 22. No, 300 bands to the deal.
Boy, 300 bands now.
What?
Shit.
So like, that was a year wasted, and like they was still fucking with me. We was still in contact, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I got out. Shit wasn't, you know what I'm saying? I left the shit alone, the people alone that I was fucking with, which meant a lot of quick money start falling in, so I wasn't able to be able to do what I was doing before, you know what I'm saying, to really catch air. So like, a lot of shit fell off, but I mean, glory be to God, I still got my talent, I still got my voice and my skill, so everything happened for a reason. But now, you know what I'm saying, things are really aligning, and that's like another thing. Like, time is very, very important. I tell this to anybody, because you can get everything back in this world. You lose money, you can go get it back. You know what I'm saying? You lose a chick, you can go get another one. You can't replace your time.
Right.
Even if it's 1 second, you can go walk out the door. Damn, I forgot my keys. That second could be the difference between you making a light, catching a light, being in a wreck, not being in a wreck. Like, you can't waste time. Like I said, I got kids now, so I'm so much more analytical over everything I do. So like, going to prison, I could tell anybody, was one of maybe the best things that happened for me, because it made me really like sit down and be like, yo, how you approaching life in the world you live in? Because I ain't gonna lie, I started reading a lot heavy. Like, my grandmother's an English teacher, so I'm very articulate. I read anyway, like, you know what I'm saying? But once I was locked up and I had no choice but to, like, it was music and books. Like, I really started to read more and really pick up on how the things in the world work. Like, you can't waste time. You want to be rich, like, your time has to be dedicated. You really got to set out a schedule for yourself on how you're going to do things. You can't just really play with your time. And
that's real shit, bro.
Prison was the best thing for me, because it helped me really realize the shit that's in front of me. You know what I mean? Like,
I respect that, because I've been spending a lot of time on what time really is as of late. And for you saying that, yo, this time I spent in prison is the most valuable thing, that speaks to me, man, because I feel like time is an illusion. Because time, it's not about how fast or slow time goes. It's not about how long you spend in a certain place. It's how you live your life within that time that you are spending. Yeah. And within that time that you spend it, then you chose to take that and to fuel the rest of your quote unquote time in the rest of your life. And now you have no wasted energy in your time. Now every single time is divine timing.
I think that's some real shit, dog, because I like to watch interviews with successful people. So I've watched interviews with Kevin Hart. You know, I've watched interviews with niggas like Tyler Perry, like self-made people that have made a way for themselves. So Kevin Hart is one of the people I really admire. And he was basically talking about, bro, like every second of that man's day he has on a schedule. Like it ain't, I'm just waking up and like, I'm freelancing it. Like, bro, I'm waking up at 4 a.m, I'm hitting the gym. We coming back, we getting breakfast at this time, then I'm going to this. Like, it's all a schedule. And when you see people that's on an elevated level, all we see is the glitz and the glam. But, bro, it takes discipline to do that.
People, they see the shiny shit, like the glitz and glamour, but they don't know the work that it took. Shout out Wallow.
A lot of people not cut out for the work.
Yes, sir.
That's true. That's very true. Not to cut you off.
No, you good, bro.
Shout out to Wallow, because Wallow himself, he did time in prison. You know what I mean? Like a good 17 years. But now he made like a whole list while he's in prison. He said, listen, while I'm up in here, I'm gonna get my life right and I'm gonna start all over and I will make it. And he made like a whole list. He moved back down to, I think, his granny house in Philly and literally started from scratch. And look at him now. But it took, years of planning, consistency, and then just knowing in your heart of hearts to not give up and then to keep pushing forward. And
to relate that to the mental space, I feel like we are in a country. We compare other people's highlight reels to our own life, our everyday life. We look at people's up points and compare it to our every single day moments. It doesn't need to be a highlight reel every single moment. You can live like every moment is a highlight reel, but you have to understand you're not going to have a powerful, special moment every single moment that you are alive. You have to do the work. You have to have the discipline. The reason that motherfuckers, we're talking about music in this episode, can have these hit records is because they put the work in behind the scenes to create those legendary moments, those moments where those songs are touching those people on an internal level. They did the work behind that.
Right.
You can't just assume that every single moment that you live is just going to be a highlight reel. It's just not.
Also, to add on what you were just saying, like there's a reason why artists like a Cole or a Kendrick could take 2 or 3 years or 5 years off, because while them niggas put in the pain at that time period, that's gonna really touch people. So now they could say, oh, okay, you know what? I put in my fucking work. I can take some time off to focus on like me and whatnot, because I've given like my heart and my soul and everything that I like really work for to my craft. That's why guys like that.
No, fuck that. Them niggas is out for shit.
I was like, that's debatable. Because Kendrick, bro, you gotta be more consistent, bro.
I ain't gonna lie, but honestly though, like that time you take to yourself to really focus and rebrand yourself, like anytime, like we all grind throughout the week, you know what I'm saying? We normal people, we got normal lives, we work, you know what I'm saying? Like, take a day out to yourself to really like plan your schedule for your next week. You know what I'm saying? Your off day, let's say you work, like you got some wicked schedule. You might work Monday, Tuesday, you off Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, you off Sunday. You know what I'm saying? That Sunday, plan your schedule. You know what I mean?
100%.
Try to figure it out, what you want to do.
Yo, Barzo, let me ask you this, bro. So when you talking about the whole prison thing, and basically you coming out with the mentality like, yo, like my time is very valuable. I don't want to waste time, basically.
Yeah.
For the brothers that get institutionalized, that get out and think that they're better off inside, like, did your mom ever go there? Like, how
No. I got people who love me at home. I was coming back. Like I said, I never wanted to see my mama hurt like that. You feel me?
Right.
And I always knew, like, I was more talented than where I was. Like, my talent, and, like, I knew I was saved at birth. Like, I was supposed to die on the operating table. Like, my pastor from my great-grandma church, rest in peace, her soul, came and prayed for me. I made it off the table. So I knew I was blessed to do something more than just sit in a cell.
You were greater than your
environment. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but what would you say to the people that get institutionalized, though? Because with you being in there, I know you encountered a bunch of people.
It's
like,
hard, though. Like, I'm not going to lie. Everybody's
situation
not the same. Like, you got people who are like, dead ass in there 20 years, you do the same shit every day. You don't. And then for some people, like, you might go to prison. You might have already been a hit on the streets. You go to the yard, catch a body. Now, guess what? You about to sit in a hole for 2 years. Do you know what 2 years of solitary confinement will do to a man? Yeah. You don't talk to nobody but your walls, them 4 walls. And whoever bring you your trays or the guards talking shit to you, might be able to speak to the person beside you in the vent. Maybe.
That's some real shit, bro.
Let me ask you, bro. How do you feel about solitary confinement?
That shit is wicked, bro. I done been to the hole. I done been to solitary confinement. That shit is wicked. Like,
imagine being in there for 2 years, bro.
Like I said,
imagine
2 years,
having
bro.
a silent ass day for fucking, you know what I'm saying, for that day, and then imagine 2 years in there, bro.
How long was you in there for?
That's crazy.
I was in the hole for 2 months.
And what did that do?
I mean, I ain't gonna lie. For me, that was like, I had another piece of card all day, so all I did was write and read my Bible. I swear, that's all I did.
Out of it.
Yeah, you gotta. I'm one of them people who make the best of my environment. If I'm here, I can't really, you know what I'm saying? It was my fault. And then like, oh, they just sent me to the hole. You can't prove it. I was smoking. It is what it is.
Accountability.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's another thing. I'm like, yeah, it is what it is. Like, you did this, it is. You're here now. You can't fight it. So now,
that's shit, bro.
Appreciate you, brother. I came a long way from that. I ain't gonna lie, but I wrote like that first. I ain't gonna lie. The first week. Well, I said first couple days. The first week, like, it was a major adjustment. One, you get fed different when you're in the hole. They feed you completely different. You don't get no hot food. Like, you still get fed, but it's no hot food. You might get the neutral loaf. If you don't know what neutral loaf is, that's where they put everything together in one like loaf of bread. Yeah. And they slice and serve it to you. It could be anything, mystery, like, nah. It's like,
that's like army food, right? That's what it
is. Yeah, like, it was some days I ain't eat
MREs,
though. But like, get real. So, you know what I mean? But it really helped me focus mentally, like, so if I'm here, it's going one or two ways. Either I'm going to slip and fall into a real dark depression, or I'm going to get my shit together, I'm going to write some classics, so when I go home, it's up from here. Like, I chose the latter half, so here we are.
What you just said really spoke to me on a spiritual level. Like, specifically when you said that first week, it was an adjustment. You know what I mean? We can relate this to every single day lives. Whenever you're trying to pick up a day-to-day habit, or you're trying to discipline yourself in anything, it's going to be that adjustment period where you're going to feel uncomfortable, you're going to feel pain, or you're going to be like, fuck. But when you push through that, you can even be in solitary confinement and still make the best out of the situation. You said, yo, I read the Bible and I wrote, and that's how I made the best out of my situation. And I hate to impose somebody else's inner will and inner strength on others, but I mean, like, if you can do that, why can't we, or why can't you?
You gotta find a way. Like, you can't let because the world is already wicked as we is. If you really know, then you know, like, the shit that goes on around us is really wicked. You know what I mean? So you gotta find a way to beat everything that goes on around you. Because the world is already hard on you. Like, you know what I'm saying, with pigmentation. The world is already bad for you. Yeah. So you can't lose to the world too. You can't lose yourself in the world like a war that we're pretty much losing since birth. So you gotta keep yourself. You gotta find a way to fight for yourself. And like nothing else, you don't give a fuck about nothing else. You gotta find a way to fight for yourself. Like, you know what I'm saying? So,
and like I've always said too, you know, it's just about perception, like how you like view certain things. Like, yes, like niggas know it's fucked up outside, but yes, it's fucked up outside, but you can still, you know, work on yourself. You can still improve yourself, even though the circumstances may be fucked up, but you can still make do with what you got. You know, it's just how you view it.
Nice. So what brought you to hip hop, bro?
Here we go.
What made you want to embark on this journey as an artist?
I never started rapping or rap as a normal black kid in the community, which is crazy and it's fucked up. I always dreamt I was gonna be an athlete.
Same.
That's two dreams of the typical nigga.
You know what I'm saying?
Rap.
It did cross my mind one time that maybe I'd be the president. I was like, I want to be the president. There ain't gonna be no black president in my lifetime. You know, Obama happened. I was like, oh shit, I can do it.
Man, that's a whole different conversation right there.
Then I called family, so I was like, but I started writing poetry when I was like in the 3rd grade, yo. And then 4th grade, it really got serious within my poetry. I never forget it, Miss Fly, Douglas Elementary. My grandfather had just died.
R.I.P.
I had needed a gateway. Like, I won't listen to nobody. Typical shit, you know what I'm saying, when you lose somebody close. But poetry really hit me, like, it allowed me to express myself in a way, like, I couldn't talk to my mom about it, because, like, that was her dad at the end of the day, so, like, anything I could say is going to make her feel worse than, like, probably what I could feel, so I ain't say nothing to her. I couldn't say nothing to my sister. That's her grandpa, too, and I'm big brother, so, like, I gotta, you know what I'm saying, my pop.
You gotta be that strong motherfucker.
I gotta be the guy.
Yeah,
so,
nice.
I relate to that.
I've seen that before, bro. My cousin experienced that not too long ago. His pops died. He was toe up, but at the funeral, it's like you saw him being strong for his mom, because mom was there balling. I know he was hurt, but like I said, as a man, you gotta hold him down.
Like when I got to the funeral, I didn't even cry that much, because like it was a shift now, like, you know.
Yeah. And
then that shift in power, passing of the torch, like you the man now. You know what I mean?
That's kind of how it felt, you know. God rest my cousin soul, Aaron. I love you, cousin. Love you. But that's kind of how it felt like when I got the news that, you know, he passed away. Like last month, the day before my birthday. Like Pops told me, and I'm like, what? But then like I heard like my mom scream. But during that time, like me and my dad, like we had to, you know, like fan her out because she, you know, just like lost it. But in that moment, I couldn't like really break down, because I'm like, yo, like I gotta like be strong for her. Like, yes, the shit hurts. Like, yes, tears are coming down, but I didn't like break down, because I felt like, yo, like I gotta be the man in this situation to hold the shit down, you know.
And you did the right thing, bro, because I mean, like some people might say, no, like men, y'all don't know how to let go and to feel your emotions. But in that situation, sometimes that's just the role that you put in. You can't just let go right then. You can let go later, as you said you did. Mm-hmm. But sometimes as the man, you have to just hold your shit rock steady and be like, all right, let me hold this together for them, because they need someone strong to lean on. I'll show my weakness later.
Yeah. Right. And that's a fact, bro, because a lot of times shit like we talking about right now will be labeled as toxic masculinity, but you just got to realize, bro, like as a man, a lot of times within your individual unit, whether that's your family, your friends, you know, your position and your obligation, you're looked at as a leader. So if you over here balling, you know what I'm saying? It's like the kids, the women, the mama, the daughter, they don't have nobody to look to as a strong figure. Not saying you can't be hurt and feel your grief or 100%. Even shed a few tears, but it's just, we all feel it here. Like, it's just a thing, bro. Like, if I see my mom and my sister over here crying, I'm going to be the one that's going to hold it steady and solid, because
you got to hold it down. You have no choice. And culturally, like, we all know culturally shit is different, but coming from where we come from, like, you know how that shit go. It's rare where we have a 2-parent home, and even if you do have a 2-parent home, 9 times out of 10 when some shit go wrong, you still have to be the one. Like, so, you know.
And in this time of, you know what I mean, thank God, because I would say women have been oppressed for centuries and since the beginning of time, which is why we're in this period right now. But, you know, we have to still, in the conversation within moving forward, we still have to talk about how, as men, we have to hold that ground. We have to, you know, and I ain't going to say that we never have to cry in front of our women or cry in front of our children, you know, because I feel like that sometimes is important, just to show them that it's okay to cry. It's okay to be weak. But in situations where you're in a funeral or in any other, you know, specific contextual situation you find yourself in, you still need to hold rock steady so everybody else doesn't sink, because it's just like the natural fluctuation of things. You know what I mean? Like we said earlier, it's not like you don't ever have to cry. It's not like you don't ever have to sink. It's just that you need to understand, you need to be balance within yourself, within your masculine and feminine energies, going back to that book, Superior Way of the Man, to know when you need to let your masculine side out and when to let your feminine side out. And masculine and feminine has nothing to do with male or female, just the energies that are within yourself.
That's some real shit, bro, because my Papa, I love you, man. Shout out. Y'all just had him and my nana just had their 50th anniversary, bro. That's beautiful. You don't see shit like that, man.
Nope. Give it up, y'all.
Salute. Ronnie Downey, bro. When he passed, I'm gonna take on the name Ronnie. My name's Tyron. Papa is OG Ronnie right now, but when he passed, my name is Ronnie.
So you love Ronnie right now?
Yeah, I'm Lil Ronnie. Y'all, hey, that's my name on the podcast now. Y'all call me Ronnie. But, bro, he been such a solid example of what it is to be a man, like, because, bro, it's like anything that he do, anything that you put in front of him, he can fix. Mm-hmm. Like, no instruction manuals, no booklet. He was a bridge builder when he was working. Like, he helped me mount this TV here, bro. Like, anything that you need with that, like a handyman job, he know how to do that shit. Like,
same thing with my grandfather too. Yeah.
He also showed the feminine side. Like growing up, he had 2 daughters, my mom and my aunt, bro. Bro, he did their hair growing up. We talking what 70s, 80s? Men weren't doing that back then.
Right.
He washed the dishes. Men weren't doing that back then. He was cooking.
That's a real man, bro.
My nana had cancer when I was real young. It's often known, but I just remember she was in the hospital a lot when I was young. So, bro, he took care of the house, man. I would see him cleaning up. I would see him cooking for the family. This ain't typical shit that at that time, even kind of now, that was associated with being masculine. But he got that masculine side. Like I said, he puts all this together. Right. He got hella guns on the wall. Like, you're not going to try him. He's not soft, but it's just like he showed me that side. So I seen him cry one time. And I didn't, when I saw him cry, I didn't even think of him as being soft or being feminine. It was just like, okay, and he's a man. I know it's okay to cry because I've seen him do that. So I just thank God for having a solid example of what a man is in my life, bro. Papa, I love you, man.
And your grandfather was so hard within himself that he didn't mind expressing the softness outside of him. And he showed that to everybody else around him. And when they saw that, I feel like they said, I love that. And I respect that. And especially as a man, I love to hear that for you. But I want to relate this to you, my nigga.
Talk to me.
How was your relationship with your father? Did you have a male role model growing up?
I mean, for me, mine was my grandfather.
OG.
So, he died at 10, when I was 10. So, you know, shit, it hit different. I mean, my mom does have a brother, my uncle. You know, that's my guy. But he had his own life, too. So, you know, I ain't gonna lie. My uncle was never there. That's my guy. Like, he's here, like, that's like pretty much the closest thing I'll say now, you know what I'm saying? My uncle's been consistently in my life, like, my uncle taught me how to, like, tie my shoes. My uncle taught me my game, you know what I'm saying? Like, pretty much my uncle's my dude, but, like, my father,
You know your father?
I know it, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, yo,
you gotta ask.
It's like I know him, but it's like,
Don't assume
I'm pushing 30. Don't put you like this. It's some G shit. It's on my kids. Last time I seen my father, he was wearing an orange jumpsuit for child support. Wasn't no gangster shit. Wasn't no real shit. Because you didn't want to pay child support. I'm never going to forget that, bro. Like, that's the guy. Like, you're the guy who don't want to pay child support. You the guy who wanted to have 7 kids but not want to pay child support, bro. I don't respect that shit.
How old were you when you saw that?
I was 10 years old. Like, that was right before I lost my grandfather. That was maybe a couple months before I lost my grandfather. So that shit will always stick with me differently, yo.
Yeah,
because he asked me, he walked by, looked at me and said, you know who I am? I said, yeah. And that was the last conversation I've ever had with my dad. But I mean, that made me the father I am. Like, I wouldn't dare do that shit to my sons.
That's what's beautiful. That's what's beautiful about it. A little girl and
a stepdaughter. So I wouldn't dare. Like, you know what I'm saying?
That's what's beautiful about it, bro. Because I mean, I feel like this generation has done a better job with being fathers and raising their kids.
Yeah.
Because I mean, that's just a stigma that black men had from the 60s, 70s. But
and let's make sure these people understand that stigma is really being broken. It really is being broken. A lot of black men are showing up for their kids. And
even if they ever have a kid, with that woman, they there for their kid.
100%.
That's all that matters.
And if I ever have a kid, same thing with you. It's just like, no, bruh, I don't give a fuck, bruh. That's just how we built. That's just what I'm built with. I'm not going to not be there for my kid. That don't make no damn sense. You know what I'm saying?
So Barzo, bro, how about what's your discography for you like? You got albums out, EPs? What you doing?
I ain't gonna lie. We was talking about this earlier behind the scenes, but like, I had 3 kids back to back to back, accidentally, but on
shooting the club all the way.
Nah, it's crazy. It's crazy.
Club
like,
pose.
This, you know what I'm saying? This is like, it's out and about now, but like, it's crazy. Like, I had my son Junior. Then I found out like he had an older brother. you know, I ain't know nothing about. It's, you know what I'm saying? We gonna get, like, it's crazy. We cool now. Like, me and my firstborn mother is cool. You know what I'm saying? She cool with my fiance, so everything cool. You know what I'm saying? It's cool. But then I just had a little girl last April. So, like, you know what I'm saying? I really, discography, what's out there is what's out there. Now, I did drop a little EP on my birthday. You know, you Google that, Happy Birthday Barzo. But as far as, like, discography, I might have got 20, 30 songs out right now. But what's coming 2023, though? Shit is different. You heard?
Christ, do you find it kind of like the time that we now in music with everything, with so much variety to hip hop and music, do you kind of find it like hard to find your lane, or do you just get lost in the noise? Like, how do you differentiate yourself?
Honestly, the way the world work is, you don't even have to differentiate yourself. You just gotta find your fan base. Like, y'all don't have to be. It's like this. Boom. You put it to you in your terms. You don't have to be no different from I Am Athlete. You don't have to be no different from Drink Champs. You don't have to be different from $1 Million a Game. But you do have to find your own different group of people to listen to you. You know what I'm saying? You gotta find. Don't worry about how to be different. Worry about how to get your demographic. Once you build your demographic.
Barzo dropping bars.
You know what I'm saying? Once you build your demographic, then you can elevate on how to, like, how can I reach this different group of people? I have a consistent group of 50,000 listeners. You know what I'm saying? Like, how can I go over there with them people at? You know what I mean?
And
like,
in essence, all we got to do is just be us. We ain't got to try to be them niggas. We just got to be us. And being us is dope as fuck.
And I said that shit in the last episode, right? With Betty A. Special. The nigga that said that, hey,
clown.
Hey, shout out the Double Green, you family and whatnot. But hey, man, I try my best with the research, but Spesh, you know, like I said, you know, it's just
clear it up, man. Clear it up. Where's Spesh from, bro?
He's from Rochester,
all right.
New York. My bad.
Niggas just want to come up, bro. I swear to God, bro. That's all niggas want to do, bro.
But you know, Spesh said, "Hey, I provide a value." You know what I mean? So each of us here, you know, like us with a peace of mind, we provide a value to a certain market of people. Same thing with my nigga Brandon. He provides a certain market value to certain people. So it's just about finding out where you stand out from.
I ain't gonna lie. I hate to put it like this, but my demographic mainly consists of white people. So you might want to be careful on what you think. Like, I go to Charleston, South Carolina right now, go to the courthouse and get lit. Like,
I'm weak, nigga.
My demographic different, but no, that's so funny though. But like, for real though, your demographic, building your demographic is major. Like, I've done like 3 shows, maybe, like I was just saying, Charleston. First time going down, I was like, second time going down, I was like, are we going to Charleston? That's cool. Last time I went to Charleston, are we going to Charleston? Come on, bro, let's go. It's lit. Cause like I said, you gotta like, you know what I'm saying? I know who really rock with my music. I know who comfortable with my music. So when I seen, like, it's a guy from the Cypher, but I'm that older cat. Shout out my guy, Mike Live.
NC State, what up?
Cypher.
Now one up. Garner, stand up.
Shout out my guy, Mike Live. Like, it's a different type of vibe. Like, you want to talk about MCs, he really from like that era of MCs. Yeah. Funny. You just think of industry players, but you listen to him, he's like, nah, he different. You know what I'm saying? He really hip hop though. But we just came out fight for one of his shows. I was like, oh, they really like rap music. Like, they really do this. So then cause I ain't gonna lie, performing in different places, different venues, you like, I don't know how this gonna go. I just showed the African American Cultural Festival last year.
That's big, bro.
I rap different than the shit you would hear out there. So I'm like, And then we were cyphering, like, you know what I'm saying? It was the cypher fam. So we freestyling. We ain't doing nothing written. We're not doing no songs. So I don't have no time to prepare, give you nothing like reword, no verses or nothing. So we out there freestyling off the top of the head, but like, you gotta know your crowd. Right. Like, I got a couple connections out there, like with the NAACP and everything. Why? Because, like I said, my grandmother was an English teacher, so I know how to articulate myself very well. Don't let this little...
Hey, my nigga, that's dope.
Like, that's dope as fuck. Don't let this fool you. Like, when it comes to, like, I really know how to articulate myself very well. So, like I said, you got to know your demographic, build your demographic. You got to understand the crowd, like, understand the room at all times. Like, that's one thing I'll tell anybody. When you're doing deals, you got to understand the room and the atmosphere. Like, you walk in, you trying to get a sponsorship, you got to understand the first thing 9 times out of 10, they looking at your posture and how you approach this. You know what I'm saying? How you approach the scene. Are you confident? Yep. Do you even believe, like when you talk, do you believe what like, you're saying? Do you sound like you believe what you speaking? You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit matters. And like, I ain't gonna lie, shout out Ishar Howard, Andrew Weaver, guy from the site, like, you know what I'm saying? They really like showed me a lot of shit and opened doors. Like, it's a way things to be done. You just really gotta have the mindset to go get it and really want it. So like, let me ask y'all a question. In 3 years, I ain't gonna go 3, you know, like 3 to 5 years, what do y'all see yourselves? You know, I'm gonna play interviewer right quick. I'm gonna make it a little special. What do y'all see yourselves, brother?
Man, I see myself as a independent businessman, bro. I mean, with everything that I'm trying to do, the podcast, I got some other things I'm trying to do that I don't necessarily
Nah, let me cut you off, because let me rephrase the question so we can get more critical of what the answer to be, you know what I mean? So, where do you see peace of mind in 3 to 5 years?
As one of the top podcasters in the world.
You already fucking know.
Because guys like us, you know, we bring, you know, something different. Like I always say, yes, like we like to have fun, party, we'll talk our shit, but we're very highly intellectual, and in the way that we bring things to the market value
and spiritual.
Bingo. So, you know, we like, we gonna say shit that most people aren't gonna touch on, but we gonna say it in a more healthier way.
Let me part B that right quick. Piggyback off your answer. Okay, you said the top, right? Mm-hmm. You got a plan for that? Now be honest. Nah, this is for real though. That's the reason we'll talk. This is gonna this is what we'll talk about later for real. You know how I am. Like, you know what I'm saying? Now, I'm asking honestly for a reason though.
We somewhat have a plan, like, you know.
Bro, we ain't got a plan.
Be honest, like, keep it real.
Hey, let me answer this. Because this answer directly relates to the type of person that I am, and directly relates to the question that you just asked, right? At first you said, where do you see yourself in 3 to 5 years? Then you piggybacked and said, where do you see the podcast in 3 to 5 years? So, in critical and understanding the type of man that I am, is I believe in my level of spiritual development that everything exists within a now moment. So what I do is, I'm not necessarily the best planner. I'm not saying I don't need to get better at it, but I'm an investor in the now moment. Why? Because the past and the future and the present moment all exist within what you would call a now moment. The spiritual part about that is that this world, this universe, God was created in a now moment. You can't get away from the now moment. So what I do is I invest my all into the eternal moment, because that is the birth of every single thing I had. It doesn't mean that I don't look to the future, and every now and then I don't look to the past. But what it means is I look to what I'm doing right now in my job to live the most plentiful, to live the most potent life, is to give my all to what I'm doing now. This conversation, our podcast, everything that we're trying to do. Even earlier when we were texting last night, Ron, I text you, I say, yo, how you feel about being business partners going forward in all things business, right? We sitting here making plans. We sitting here planting seeds for the future. And we're like, yeah, let's get this motherfucking shit rolling. You sent me a text talking about a possible customer, this, that, and the third, right? Oh. So what I'm doing is, and what I would like to me personally to relate to the podcast is what we're doing, our major plan, and what our first, second, third, fourth, fifth, and every other number plan is to invest into what's right now, to continue to plant seeds and to water the seeds that we are planting right now in order to flourish in the future. And I'll let y'all piggyback off of what I just said.
In essence, what he's saying is you gotta spend time and money to make time and money. You dig what I'm saying? You want views?
Take money to make money.
I swear it do. But you know, I just want to mess with y'all right quick though. You know, no. I hate the hot seat. It's just me.
I love that. I love that.
You know, I'm real humble. Like, but I really like y'all platform and what y'all trying to do, because y'all really trying to educate brothers. So I really told Rel, I would love to be up here, man, speak my piece. You know,
whenever I'm getting interviewed, I try to flip it on the interviewer too, because it's not an interview, it's a conversation.
Talk to me now.
Hey, real gang. All y'all who got job interviews, remember what they said? An interview is not an interview, it's a conversation. So when that interviewer asks you a question, spit a question. Don't wait to the end when they say, do you have any questions? No, if they ask you a question, answer that and then reply back with your own question. Then it becomes a conversation. That's game. If you going after a job,
also
easy money.
Be transparent. Don't put on a fucking mask. No. Say what you feel, but do it in a healthy way. You know what I mean?
And I ain't gonna lie. You never know who you walking into out here, so just be mindful of that on how you carry yourself when you having conversations out here. You never know who you running into.
Just they looking to hire you.
Be mindful of that.
They looking to hire you, but you also looking to hire them because you have the same value that company that you trying to get hired at has.
Technically, it's not more because you gotta look at it as if they have spots open. They need you.
Speak.
They need you.
Speak.
So it means you gotta carry yourself in there like you need me in this position. When they ask why you need me, you give them the reasons why you need me.
Yep.
Because you need a dependable worker. Because you need these sort of things. Just so.
And I think the landmark of a real king, of a real God, is understanding that you don't need anything but yourself. So whatever I'm adding myself to, whether that's walking down the street, walking into a McDonald's, walking into an interview, going to work, starting my own business, I'm adding value to it because that's the type of shit I step with. Period.
I feel like I want to start thinking, damn, they need me to survive. If I'm by these cigars,
I like that. Okay.
Also, having like I mentioned to y'all, I say, hey, nigga, why don't we start up our own peace of mind store? Just the imaginary thought, hey, if we get this fucking store up, nigga, our shit gonna be legit because we different. We, have that market.
Sorry not to cut you off. Shout out my mother company, Happy Place Collectibles. Anything you want your face picture put on, ashtrays, rolling trays, cups, you know what I mean, plates, shirts. We do it all. Holla at your boy. This year I really got a lot of stuff planned as my brother was playing a little bit earlier. Matter of fact, you mind bringing that back?
We're gonna plug it into the video for you.
All right, shit, I'm on. Like I was saying, I got a project coming out this year. My brother Juice, that's a single, but I got a project. I'm just I just want you people to understand. Don't never let your dreams go away from you, regardless of what you got going on. Shit happens. It's cool. It's life. But you can always bounce back like a round ball. You understand me?
Shit.
So just do you. Don't let nobody else tell you how to do it. It's a movie. You're gonna live it once. Cut the scene if you feel like it needed to edit it.
So we appreciate you coming to the Peace of Mind podcast, bro.
You're
the first guest, man.
I love it.
Nigga, I got one question for you.
Talk to me. Oh yeah, let's bring this back. Hold on.
I've been waiting to hear this.
All right, so check me out, bro. You said, and I quote, you said, bro, I seen niggas lose their life over a spade game. And I mean, of course, I know how heated car games can get, period. But, you know what I mean? Everything I heard about you saying about being solitary confinement and how your shift in time has changed and how you just changed as a man, as a black king, as a black God. What is your view, your perception of an individual human's life, given you've seen people's life being taken so easily over something so minute?
As in what aspect are we talking? From my view or just in general? You know what I mean?
No, I definitely don't want a general view.
Right,
what I want is from Barzo
what I see
to
life
King
as,
Sage.
This is what I see life as. You have to look at life every day, every second when you wake up. When I wake up, I say a little silent prayer. I thank the Lord for my blessing to be able to wake up because I could have died in my sleep. Anything can happen, first and foremost. You got to understand, life is the most precious thing you have, so you have to make the most of it. I don't really think about how shit can go wrong because anything can happen. Life can always go wrong. You got to think about, so if I do this, how can I make money off of this? Or damn, if I do this, can I do this? Is this going to make me be able to do this? No. So if it can't, let me see how I can, you know what I'm saying? It's just really I started being more analytical, you know what I'm saying, with the decisions I made. Life is really, it's a big ass chess game if you want to be honest. Life is a game. And the game you playing is more with yourself. You're the biggest piece on the board. Never forget that, you know what I mean? Never forget that you are that piece on the board that you need to protect at all times and make the best move for yourself to make sure you get across the board to the other side. You did. So...
Let it breathe a little bit. Let it breathe a little bit. Silent pause. Pregnant pause.
So, in order to make sure you cross the board, you gotta really process every step you're doing. Like now, to piggyback off what you said earlier, we live in the now. Like, if you never know what can happen, future or past. That's why I say you never let your past
dictate your future.
You dictate your future. Thank you. I'm a little bit, but you know. But you really gotta really sit down and really think like, is this what you want to do? Is this what I want to be? Or do I want this? How did he do this? Where did he get to? Like, I'm a huge Kobe fan. He know that. Like, I'm a huge Mamba fan. Like, I really base a lot of shit that I do off of like
Mamba
Kobe.
mentality.
I got a picture in my living room that hangs to say the 10 Kobe rules. Like, no cap. Like, it's rules. Like, I wake up and I read those how I get my day. So you gotta have a mantra. Like, bro, I've been watching BMF lately. Why? I don't know. It's good TV. But like, see it, touch it, obtain it. You see what I'm saying? Like, you wake up, repeat that every day. See it, touch it, obtain it. Eventually, your mindset is gonna be see it, touch it, obtain it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you see the money, you touch the money, now go get the money. You see the views, go get the views. You know what I'm saying? Like, I see the stage, go touch the stage, get the fans. That's all it is. I see the stage, I touch the stage, I get the fans. I never like, I see the mic, I touch the mic, I get the plays. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, cause this is how I started off my 2023. End of the year, bringing in New Year's, I had a performance. And before that performance was even over, I had y'all. I got 2 more shows coming up within the next couple months. I got a show in April, and I got 3 other shows in the summer. You see what I'm saying? You have to like, see it, touch it, or say it. Like, I told myself, it's gonna start with 1. Then, like, you gotta, as soon as you get off stage, you network. You broadcast where you are. You put yourself out there. That's how you're gonna do this. There's no other way until, like, you know what I'm saying, I build up the team that I need to really
do that shit for you.
Let's go do this, y'all.
Yeah.
But just make it a mantra, bro. Like, you gotta believe in yourself. Like, regardless of what people tell you, your shit gets slow, bro. Like, it's gonna be days where you be like, damn, bro. Am I really, you know what I'm saying, is this, but you, it's revert back to me being in the hole. Like, are you gonna break? Or you gonna push? It's what you wanna do. Like, it's a mindset thing. So life, like I said, just end this up. Life is a big game. Do you wanna get across the board? Or you know what I'm saying, you wanna fall or get captured? It's up to you how you wanna play it. You know what I mean?
It's life is a big game. Do you want to break or you want to fall? You gonna push forward or you gonna break? I love that, man. Well,
Choices.
We got another episode wrapped up. Thank you so much, Barzo, for blessing us with your presence today, man.
Big Barzo.
I need what's up.
Vibes, guys. And
Where can they find you at, dog?
Talk to him.
everywhere. Brandon Barzo, stop playing with the guy. Before I get out of here, I just want to shout out these 3 gentlemen around me, like these young kings still trying to pave their way to success. I just wish y'all the best. Y'all in my prayers every night. Merch coming soon. Y'all be on the lookout for that. We ain't gonna talk about that.
We working on that.
Y'all brothers are doing something beautiful here. Don't ever let fuck what niggas is talking about. You know what I mean? Y'all keep striving, keep pressing, keep trying to push the issues on shit that's uncomfortable because the norm needs to be broken. You dig what I'm talking about? Like, and that reverts back to my music. Cause like, I do party shit. I mean trap shit too, but the difference in my shit, like, a lot of niggas will spit some bullshit together. Like, I'm gonna hit you with bars though while I'm doing this. You know what I'm saying? So like, you gotta break the norm. You know what I'm saying? If you're gonna do some shit, be still, like, I'm a lyrical rapper. That's just who I am. So don't never break who you are. Like, y'all some deep, you think, you know what I'm saying? You think outside the box. Don't never conform who y'all are. Like, never. You know what I'm saying? Y'all keep doing what y'all doing. Y'all keep striving. This is Peace of Mind Podcast. We love you. I love y'all brothers. Y'all keep doing what y'all doing. Y'all stay blessed. You heard?
Appreciate that, man.
Y'all can find me Instagram at King Sage, King with a J, KJNGSAGE. Please tap in with us. We're gonna have merch coming. Peace of Mind merch and my personal brand. I am royalty. I'm working on a book. I'm working on marketing for this podcast every single day. Tap in, gods and goddesses. Real.
Find me at JERREL.KEMP on Instagram. Tap in with me, and I'm gonna give a special shout out because I said I would. I'm a man of my word. Shout out to you, my nigga Eric, you know, like I said, like you really in the field and you made great content for YouTube. Keep up the good work, and yeah.
It's Ronnie now, y'all. It's Ronnie.
Ronnie!
But yo, you can follow me on Instagram _King Coop, at Young Sneak Freak on Twitter. And hey man, it's been another episode. He didn't catch that.
Hey yo,
What's
I
good?
forgot. Cypher.
You good, bro.
This for them niggas who don't pay attention. I told y'all we got it, but y'all didn't listen. Thinking for ways to kill my competition. No, my cooking beat cause I'm up on nutrition.
And we live with it. Just alive with it. Grind time and she twerking with it.
Yeah.
Oh, we about to start.
Okay. Right. About to set it off with some vibes. You know it's about that type of time to get your mind right. Peace of mind. Podcast, we doing fine, we doing great. Okay, I'm trying to get that bag, I'm trying to get that cake. And it's 2023. New me, new year, new resolutions. I'm the truth, the solution. And I ain't trooping. I got a card. Niggas, you down bad.
Niggas down bad, I don't know fucking why, but peace of mind is coming up in fucking 23. We bust our ass every single fucking day. Get that fucking money, that's all you really can do. Gotta hustle your fucking way up, cause if not, you gon' live left behind. I fucked up the flow. Let's get back in tow. I tip when I go up the mountain hills in the flow. I'm reading that damn book. I came up the book. I don't know what the fuck that shit say, but I'm gonna pass it to my nigga Barzo right here to my right. And we just gonna celebrate this
all night. Shit, my shit about to die.
All right, yes, I'll start. Going off, reading books, putting on. Going off, reading books, putting on. Going off, reading books, putting on. Slide it to my man, put him on.
Put him on time. Niggas hate me. I don't know why. I can't feel always was that nigga had on my way up in the field. I lost my train of thought.
Yeah.
You to my nigga to the left.
Alley-oop to Coop. I'ma catch the beat I juke. I got the handles like it's 2K, but it ain't no game. I say okay, coming to the beat. Every time I come, I ain't coming to play. I'm gonna come with the heat and I'ma spray like I got to take on me. Okay.
You got your ticket to shop on the way. I told her don't come my way. It's a rim and a lot when you come down in the plane. I told her defense is real. Think it's the secret is real. I let them know that I elevate just like you meditate. I'm about to show you you on the grill. I with my boy real and my niggas cool. I forgot the name Brody though. I'm remembering before the end of the show. I let her know that I'll never hold. My mama raised me right. She told me fight or flight response. This won't get you far. I just took the flight. I just told him that I just made the right at the light. It was fair though. I ain't gotta get the money. Gotta dodge a little fair though. I don't care what they saying. Nah, I never sit my head in the rainbow. Yeah, let me hit the crown roll. Yeah, nah, you can hit it first, bro. Yeah, I'm in the zone right now. Killing every beat and I don't need a cold D. What you thought it was cold B? It's the war, feeling like cold. Carolina nigga, but I know this shit is saying dumb, but this shit is old. Turn over my words, that's a couple shots of bamboo with the gas that I'm throwing that this shit is really trash. J. Coop, dog, you got a hefty bag?
Hey, I got a hefty bag. Hey, you catching the pass. Hey, chasing that sack. Hey, I'm getting that bag, getting that cash. Every time see your girl, she gon' throw that shit back. Hey, and I'ma catch, I'ma spaz on the beat like a heart attack. Like a heart attack, the way I spaz, you ain't seen nothing like that. Hella fast, hitting the gas, then I'ma pass.
Yeah. Pass a hoe like a blunt. Straight gas like it's runts. Kick it to the curb like a punt. Nigga, about to go. Stunt on these hoes, stunt on these hoes. Nigga, stepping on these marble flows, marble flows, marble flows, marble hoes. I'm about to flex on you with these marble diamonds. That's the diamonds. I think that ink diamond ink. I hate the guy. It's the diamond.
Talk that shit, nigga.
Hey.
All right,
Hey.
bro.
I felt like that beat was
Y'all good? Or y'all want to run a no?
Nah, bro. Let's go. Let's run. Let's run, nigga.